Day 2 of the Green Bay Packers mandatory minicamp practice is officially in the books. And with that being said, we have more news, notes, highlights, observations from another day here in Green Bay for practice. And in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know, from the guys who are playing well to maybe the players who aren't playing so well. We're going to cover it all in this video. So before we jump into that, I want to start it off the way we always do and give a major shout out to, all of the Packers media team out there in the world who, work so hard each and every single day to get these highlights out for us, kind of, enabling us to make this video. And to be honest, without them, this video is not possible to make. So go give them a follow on Twitter. Once you find them, you'll be able to find all the other ones. You post all the highlights for training camp and whatnot. So go follow them right now before we get into the video. Now, with that being said, let's dive in. Now, one of the major things about today's practice was Josh Jacobs was not practicing, which kind of allowed A.J. Dillon and Marshawn Lloyd to get a lot of extra reps, per se, right? Specifically, Marshawn Lloyd looked like an absolute unit yesterday with his pace, his athleticism, his elusiveness. The dude looks like he could be a potential monster in the NFL. And I think him and Josh Jacobs are going to be a deadly duo once the season does kick off here, right? Now, going elsewhere, let's talk about Wicks. He's been getting a lot of reps outside of wide receiver, specifically as the team starting gunner, right? Now, they're trying to use that because he's probably one of the best wide receivers on the team in terms of his release point, and I feel like that is going to be very useful on special teams. Now, with the new kickoff rule, you got to get guys who can get down the field quickly on punt, on kickoffs, and whatnot. So I do think that Wicks could be a big-time contributor, not only as a wide receiver, but also on special teams as well, right? And when you're able to have guys who can play multiple different positions, specifically more special teams and actually an offensive or defensive player as well, that opens up more roster spots for you to go and add a position of need elsewhere, right? So I really do love the versatility of Wicks, but not only has he been a contributor on special teams, but then in team period, made an unbelievable grab from Jordan Love, probably about a 10 to 15 yard gain. Looked like a very high pass, but this dude jumped up there, made an impressive catch, and it was massive, right? Now, Stokes was all over an outside toss to Marshawn Lloyd. Beautiful, broke it up in the backfield. Eric Stokes is a guy who kind of needs to start showcasing his ability because Valentine's a guy who's been breaking out here for the Packers secondary, and there's even people saying that Eric Stokes might not even be a starter, which, I think Stokes, if he continues to get better and better and play like he did today in practice, there's no shot he won't be a starter. So definitely liked what I saw from Eric Stokes today. We had a nice little run by Marshawn Lloyd in the middle. Very, very, very shifty. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, Marshawn Lloyd, once you see him in action, preseason games, regular season games, you're going to be like, yo, wait, this guy's got a little bit of juice to him. Now, before we break down the rest of practice, do me a big favor and hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Green Bay Packers throughout the entirety of the offseason, not only for mandatory minicamp, but training camp, preseason, regular season, everything you could think of. We've got you guys covered. So join the family. Again, guys, it's free. It doesn't cost anything, and you're going to get unlimited Packers content. Lastly, make sure you guys follow my Twitch. I will be live streaming, watching some Packers games throughout the season. If you want to watch them with me, my Twitch is MattyDubs with 3 S's, or you can find it in the link in the description below. With that being said, let's get back into the video. Now, going back into practice, breaking down some more, notes. Another note was the offensive line starting lineup today was Rasheed Walker, Elton Jenkins, Josh Myers, Sean Ryan, Andre Dillard. Now, they've been giving Dillard a lot of reps this offseason. And if you guys know anything about Andre Dillard, was a really good player a couple of years ago. Last year, had a really, really, really bad year. Okay, but the potential is still there. As an early round draft pick, this is a guy that they think has a ton of potential to not only be a day one starter for them, but a guy who can be used as a mentor and someone who can help develop some of the younger guys as well. And, what they've seen from Dillard so far has been really, really good. So don't be surprised if he's another guy that works his way up the depth chart and becomes a starter for the regular season. We've also seen Bo Melton make some big-time plays. There was one, Jordan Love, perfect low throw on an out route to Bo Melton. Put it there, only place he could against really good coverage from Carrington Valentine, giving Melton a chance to go down, scoop the catch. An example of how, how much this dude Jordan Love has just gone better and better as time goes on. When you look at him from the beginning of last season to the end of last season to right now, there's been development each and every single day, and that's probably the most important thing you can see in a quarterback, that development alone. So definitely love to see that. Caleb Jones blocked Jonathan Ford to the ground, according to a couple of media members over there in Green Bay. Edgerrin Cooper had some really big plays yesterday, blew up a couple of plays in the backfield today, had a potential sack on Sean Clifford. And if you guys watched yesterday's video, we talked about how bad Sean Clifford was in practice, threw a couple of picks. It just wasn't a great practice for him, and Michael Pratt continues to stand out. So that's another big time, takeaway. There was a nice run by Emmanuel Wilson. What else happened? What else? Let's see. Oh, okay. So the starting defense. We can talk about the starting defense a little bit. Gary, Wyatt, Slayton, Smith. You had Walker, McDuffie, Valentine, Ballentine, Stokes, Williams, and Bullard. Obviously, Jair Alexander and Xavier McKinney were not at practice. We're not practicing full today. So definitely good to see some of these young guys get rotated in. Rashawn Gary smoked Andre Dillard on one play specifically. I mean, Rashawn Gary's a beast. So if you're going up against him, don't expect to win every single rep. Love hit Watson over the middle. Evan Williams actually probably would have smoked him if, there was, pads and contact and whatnot. So Evan Williams is very interesting to me. I don't think he'll be a day one starter, but I think he will get a lot of reps, man. I think he will get a lot of reps. He did start, it wasn't the starting defense today with Bullard, 2 safeties back there, but we'll see what happens when they're fully healthy. Anything else to note? I'm not really too sure. I think that was really it for today's practice. Josh Jacobs was not there. Marshawn Lloyd got a lot more opportunity in making the most of it. I believe he broke off a massive run too. So big shout out to Marshawn Lloyd. Hopefully A.J. Dillon can continue to get healthy and be better each and every single day, because he's a guy that took less money to stay in Green Bay, and he likes being in Green Bay, and I think they have a shot to really surprise a lot of people this year. Jordan Love looks like he's getting better each and every single day. Wide receiver core looks insanely deep, 5 deep, 6 deep. What else? The defense, insane. The defense looks like they could be monstrous this season when they're fully healthy. So, guys, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications. We will be covering the Packers throughout the rest of the offseason. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next Packers update, which should be tomorrow. Peace.